improvements in our generational supply, that especially in president, and in partnership with the
It's always a delight to have you join us on Dateline. I'm Joyce Nwosu. On this edition, we will showcase the Kano building collapse, the Standards Organization of Nigeria's stern warning to manufacturers and distributors of substandard steel products, the youth house newly established in Nigeria by the Nigerian government, just to mention a few. So I bet you want to stay put. I'll be back after this short break. Stay with us.
Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.
Welcome back to Dateline. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the establishment of Youth House in Abuja, an innovative gathering place created to address the needs of young individuals from diverse cultural and social backgrounds. The Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Youth Development, Engineer Ayodele Olawande, made the announcement during a press conference at his office in Abuja. He explained that the Youth House, which will serve as a meeting point for young people from diverse backgrounds, fulfills a long-standing desire for such a landmark.
The further, what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done is to offer all Nigerian youth another platform for social interactions and an opportunity to find their self-identity and passion with the Youth House. Now in place, many Nigerian youths would have a chance to express their passionate ability. I would mention that the goals of the Youth House would be to help the youth develop important life skills such as leadership, teamwork, cooperations, and communication.
He added that the Youth House will not only be in the FCT, but there will also be a youth center in every state of the Federation, along with a corresponding youth greenhouse to be situated within the secretariats of all the 774 local government areas. The initiative will be coordinated in partnership with the National Directorate of Employment and private sector players to facilitate opportunities for all categories of youth.
The Youth House will not be limited to FCT alone. There would be a youth center in all the states of the Federation with a corresponding youth greenhouse in all 774 local governments in Nigeria. This strategy is to decentralize the access to the government programs by the young people to perfectly engage and put in great visions of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to deliver the country that works for all Nigeria, irrespective of where you live or where you come from. I therefore have this brief that our initiative with the Youth House in FCT, the Youth Center in all the states, and the Youth Greenhouse in all the local governments would be coordinated in partnership with all related with all youth-related government agency and private sector driven.
The Ekiti State government has officially prohibited the use of laterite-based material in the construction of roads across the state. The new directive has emanated from the Commissioner for Works, Adeshola Adebayo, during a two-day media tour to highlight major infrastructural projects in the administration of Governor Biodun Oyebanji. Speaking with contractors in Ikole, Ekiti, Adebayo warned that the government will not take it lightly on any contractor compromising the standard of roads. He also revealed that the road contractors are to use crushed stones as base before laying asphalt. This is to ensure that the changes do not wear out over time. In energy, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has said that the price of premium motor spirit will be determined by market forces. The state-owned firm also revealed that lifting of crude oil from Dangote Petroleum Refinery will begin September 15, 2024. The Executive Vice President of Downstream NNPC Limited, Adedapo Segun, made this disclosure to newsmen recently. The Dangote Refinery launched its new product, PMS, shortly after the adjustment in prices of PMS to allow for a free market. The chairman of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, Aliko Dangote, said they await negotiations with the NNPC before products will be lifted. He also claimed that the Federal Executive Council will determine the price of fuel from his refinery. As the cost of building materials soars to unprecedented levels amid Nigeria's economic hardships, experts say the construction industry may be facing a crisis. The escalating prices are forcing many builders to abandon their sites, exacerbating the already dire housing shortage in major cities. Research has shown that with the urban population expanding rapidly and housing supply failing to keep pace, the situation is approaching a tipping point, potentially leading to increased homelessness and overcrowded living conditions. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria has stated that the recent hike in the price of premium motor spirit from 568 naira per litre to 855 naira will compound the rising cost challenge confronting the country's real estate sector. MAN, in a statement, said NNPCL's PMS price increase would harm the manufacturing sector, which had been struggling. The Director General of MAN, Segun Ajayi Kadri, noted that the petrol price hike would lead to higher prices of other commodities in the face of the dwindling disposable income of the average Nigerian. The rising number of building collapses has sparked public outcry and calls for immediate reform to ensure safer construction practices nationwide. A devastating building collapse in Kano has resulted in the death of 2 children and left 2 adults injured. The incident occurred last Thursday morning at Norman's Land in Fagge local government area of Kano State. Dr. Nuruddin Abdullahi, the NEMA coordinator for Kano, stated that the agency received a distress call from a concerned citizen around 2 a.m. of the same day. Rescue efforts revealed that the victims included a husband, wife, and their 2 children. Tragically, the children did not survive, while the couple were transported to the Armed Forces Specialist Hospital in Kano for medical treatment.
Yeah, actually around 5:15 a.m. I was informed that there is a building collapsed in this area, that is Norman's Land, Sabanga, Kano. So I started making torches to mobilize. As you know, we are a coordinating agency. So I started calling the stakeholders, informing them. I can say I have seen erosion at the back of the house, which maybe it is the erosion that weakened the structure of the house. But I'm happy Kanubda are here. They are expert on that. They can assess and give us maybe the assessment reports.
4 people were rescued. 2, that's husband and the wife, are hospitalized in the hospital. Then the second 2 happens to died. They are at Armed Forces Medical Center. Then the rescue started, and additional person was rescued, but he was dead, confirmed death. Also has been taken with our ambulance to the Armed Forces Medical Center in Kano. Now, according to the information we received, there were 6 number of people. So considering now we have 2 people died and 3 people, 2 people died, 3 people died, 2 survived, hospitalized. Now there is only 1 we are suspecting, and that's why the rescue is still ongoing.
Children we are looking for now. We have seen 3 boys. We are looking for the only girl now.
you are looking for a girl. How old is she?
Damilola is around 15 years.
15 years. What about the other children? How old are they?
The other one, we have the one of 11, we have the one of 13, the one of 14.
Are they still alive?
Both are all dead, except the Damilola we are looking for. We are just praying that there will be a miracle she is still alive.
This recent collapse in Kano underscores the urgent need for stringent safety measures and improved building standards. Experts point to poor construction practices, substandard materials, and inadequate regulatory oversight as critical factors contributing to the increasing frequency of these disasters. The government and regulatory bodies are under mounting pressure to address these concerns and prevent further loss of life. The Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON) has declared that it is set to diligently prosecute manufacturers and distributors of substandard steel in the country. This was declared by the Chairman, Special Task Force (SON), Mr. Enebi Onochenyo, at a recent stakeholders meeting with manufacturers and distributors of steel and iron rods in Lagos. Onochenyo said that the agency has been inundated with complaints from distributors over the quality of steel and iron rods in the country. He also disclosed that SON would bridge the gap between manufacturers and the distributors in its new plan to chart a new path for the nation's steel sector. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, has reiterated the crucial role of estate surveyors and valuers in preventing building collapses. He also noted that it is high time Nigeria knew the real value of its estate assets. Speaking at the 2024 Valuers Assembly in Abuja themed Valuation as a Tool for Revamping the Economy, the Role of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Dangiwa highlighted the importance of thorough property inspections and assessments in ensuring the safety and sustainability of buildings. In his opening address, the chairman of the Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board of Nigeria, Dusu Fatakun, noted that expertise in valuation is not just a technical skill, but a vital tool for economic revitalization, especially in these challenging times, adding the importance of technology in addressing these current issues. Estate surveyors and valuers are critical in preventing building collapse by ensuring that property inspections and assessments adhere to professional standards. You're watching Dateline. Let's take this break. We'll be back.
When the city is getting too loud, you need a home. Home is love, peace, and tranquility. Home is Housing TV Africa. Housing TV Africa, your first in housing news.
Moving on, the Nigerian government has constituted a committee to actualize the dual mandate status of colleges of education to also make them degree awarding. Minister of State for Education Yusuf Sununu said the committee is comprising of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAM), National Commission for Colleges of Education (NCCE), and the National Universities Commission (NUC), among other stakeholders. This was the thrust of the meeting when the minister received the leadership of the National Association of Colleges of Education Students. He added that the ministry is working with the Academic Staff Union (COESU) to resolve some lingering issues to avert any form of industrial unrest.
So as far as we are concerned, we are going to, even if upgrades continue, must be strictly guided and only as at when necessary. And that's why we wholeheartedly supported the dual mandate. So please, let's see how we can work together to see how we can get it better. And it is also in that regard that we have to constitute a committee that will sit down with NUC, NCC, EJAM, and many other related bodies so that we can avoid clash of the titans. If we didn't do that, clash of the titans, the victim would be the students because you will have a lot of issues. So, but with what we have now and with the groundwork we are doing, I want to just say congratulations. We are set to start the program of dual mandate. The entire National Association of Nigerian Colleges of Education students for maintaining peace in your campuses. We have some few issues we are addressing, and I want to assure you that the Council and the Ministry of Education are working along with the COESU, which is the staff, academic staff of your institutions. And we are working to address a few issues that led to uprising, like issues in Federal Colleges of Education, Akoka, and Federal College of Education, Technical Gusau. I think these are the two institutions.
On the issue of outsourcing in the tertiary education system, the minister says the ministry is collaborating with the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation to resolve pending issues. The federal government has announced that only buyers with national identification numbers will benefit as it commences the sale of 30,000 metric tons of milled rice to Nigerians at a subsidized rate of 40,000 naira per 50 kg bag. President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kari, stated this during the flag-off ceremony recently. He said that the rice intervention will be sold strictly on a one-person, one-bag basis. Kari explained that the 50 kg bags of rice priced at a flat rate of 40,000 naira are part of the federal government's effort to provide subsidized milled rice to help alleviate the ongoing food crisis in Nigeria. On buyer verification, Kari explained that a multidisciplinary government task force has been deployed to ensure transparency, broad distribution, and the overall success of the initiative. He emphasized that the process was designed to prevent individuals from obtaining more than 150 kg bag of rice, noting that beneficiaries will be verified through identification methods such as the NIN and phone numbers to prevent fraudulent individuals from accessing multiple bags at the expense of other citizens. Speaking on the process Nigerians would have to follow to purchase the rice, the Director of Strategic Grains Reserve, Ministry of Agriculture, Aruna Sule, explained that civil servants can access the grains at a designated point of sale by using their integrated payroll and personnel information system details. Sule explained that once the buyer provides the code number, a treasury receipt will be issued as proof of payment to the government, adding that the buyer will then receive a receipt indicating the collection point and time. The National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, and the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, recently signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU to help actualize their institutional and statutory mandates.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control plays an important role in combating terrorism and crime by regulating the manufacture, importation and distribution of drugs, chemicals and other controlled products. As we all know, the nexus between drugs, crime and violent extremism. The agency's efforts also helps curtail the illegal drug trade, which often finances terrorism and organized crimes. I must also acknowledge the efforts of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control towards regulating the use of chemicals used in manufacturing explosives by non-state actors.
As we all know, most terrorists rely on intake of drugs before they perpetrate their evil acts. Therefore, NAFDAC has a key role to play in addressing this. It is in this wise that we believe that NAFDAC's expertise in combating drug trafficking and transnational organized crime aligns seamlessly with our mission to prevent and counter terrorism, creating a formidable partnership that will enhance our effectiveness in safeguarding our nation.
The national coordinator said the MOU represented a commitment to shared goals, mutual support, and effective cooperation.
It is important because it is part of our national action plan to ensure that counterfeiting of medicines, use of medicines for terrorism, for banditry is demonstrated through significant relationship building in the country. Therefore, what we have witnessed today, this signing of MOU between NAFDAC and the Counter-Terrorism Center, is a plus for our country.
He added that it signifies a dedication to leveraging both agencies' respective expertise, resources, and capabilities to strengthen their response to terrorism, prevent radicalization, and protect society from devastating impact of violent extremism. It is expected that this partnership will enhance information sharing, intelligence cooperation, capacity building, and joint operations. The Federal Road Safety Corps has introduced a new mobile app and the National Crash Reporting Information System to improve road safety and address road traffic crashes across Nigeria. Speaking at the launch recently in Abuja, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, lauded the initiative as a significant advancement for the FRSC, reflecting ongoing digital transformation efforts to better manage road safety. Akume noted that these new tools aim to raise awareness among drivers and passengers about road safety and the causes of accidents.
Despite the fact that the Federal Road Safety Corps has been innovative and implementing measures against reckless driving and improper road use, these figures call for concern from both government and non-governmental stakeholders on road safety. It also reminds us of the need for more efforts and urgent action towards reducing the figures to the barest minimum.
This modern platform provides real-time traffic updates, accidents alerts, and road conditions, empowering users with essential information to safer driving, national driver licenses system, national vehicle identification system, black spot monitor.
Research and data on road traffic crashes revealed that between January and December 2023, road traffic crashes claimed the lives of 5,081 Nigerians, with a total of 31,874 Nigerians injured during the period under review. Furthermore, between January and July 2024, 2,776 people were killed and 16,309 injured as a result of road traffic crashes.
Considering that data is a veritable tool for planning and allocation of resources, the NACRI's approach is designed to ensure that collected data is utilized for effective implementation of policies that will impact positively on the road safety administration and management.
No doubt, the FRSC has been innovative in implementing measures against reckless driving and improper road use. These figures call for concern from both government and non-governmental stakeholders on road safety. Akume further noted that it is expected to strengthen the commitment of vehicle users and traffic law enforcement officers to contribute positively to road safety issues. The management of Federal Housing Authority has given a press release that it will commence regularization of property documents of some of its allottees in Lagos State and the Federal Capital Territory. The exercise is to afford allottees in FA estates in these zones who built without approval, carried out development outside the granted approval, engaged in unapproved land annexation, alteration of prototype houses, deviation from approved building plans, and unapproved measures and subdivision, the opportunity to regularize their property documents. The affected estates in Lagos State are Festac Town, Gowon Estate, Ishere Olofin 1, Ishere Olofin 2, Satellite Town, Navy Town, Satellite 6, Egon 8, Egon B, Egon ADB, Egon E, Egon F, Esuti right side, and Esuti left side, Abeson 1 up until 13. The estates affected in Abuja are Gwarimpa, Lugbe, Kubwa, Meitama, Sokoro, Karo, and Apo Gusape. The management would commence enforcement to comply with the authorities' building regulations at the expiration of the notices contained in the radio announcements it has placed. Federal government appears resolute to implement its no work, no pay rule against members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors who embarked on a 7-day strike recently. The doctors embarked on warning in protest against the government's failure to rescue their colleague, Dr. Ganiyat Popola Olawale, who was abducted along with her husband and nephew on December 27 last year. Popola, a registrar in the Department of Ophthalmology at the National Eye Center in Kaduna, and her nephew have remained in captivity while her husband was released last March. 3 days after the strike began, the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare threatened to enforce the no work, no pay policy against the striking doctors. The ministry expressed disappointment that the union went on strike despite being informed of ongoing efforts to address the situation. That's all we have on this edition. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Housing TV Africa. Do not forget to download the Housing TV mobile app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store to stay connected wherever you go. Here's my quote for you. Housing is absolutely essential to human flourishing. Without stable shelter, it all falls apart. That's a quote by Matthew Desmond. Thank you so much for watching. See you another time. Bye for now.
Improvements in our generational supply. That is also impossible. That's what policy living.
This is Housing TV Africa on YouTube.